children, good morning everyone. Here today we are going to enter into the new lesson, that is civics lesson of 7th class, right? So already we completed 2 lessons. Okay, so before going to enter in the new lesson, I would like to ask you some questions. Okay, so for example, if you are going on the road, there is in the signals, there is no constable, no police, what will happen? Yes, accidents will happen, right? And next, one more example, if you are not getting municipality water properly in your area, right, then what will you do immediately? Yes, you will go to municipality office, or if your area will come under the Gram Panchayat, you will go to Gram Panchayati office, and there you will give a complaint, right? And if any robbery was done in your area, robbery was done in your home only, imagine, what will you do? Yes, we'll go to police station, we'll drop a complaint over there, right? So simple, means anything happened, immediately we are going to that concerned office or concerned department, and we are dropping a complaint there, right? So why they are giving complaint there? Why they have to take care about that? Why that is their responsibility? Yes, because that all the departments are running by the government. Yes, so here, what is government basically? Government, actually, the meaning of the government is, the word government is derived from the Latin word gubernare. Gubernare means the word to guide or to rule, right? So in that way here, government means any person or any group of people are commanding the remaining, means the rest of the people has to obey their rules. That body is considered as the government. Okay, so here actually children, in simple words, once again I will tell you, the word government is derived from the Latin word gubernare. Gubernare means to rule or to guide. Okay, any person or any group of people will command the rest of the people. Okay, means the rest of the people has to obey their rules and regulations. That body is considered as the government, right? So we know already what is government actually, right? In 6th class, previous class also we learned about that. Okay, so in that government, what is the responsibilities of government? Basically, here our country is a democratic country, right? World's largest democratic country is India, and we are enjoying that democracy, right? Because why I used that word we are enjoying, because government is providing basic facilities to us, and in a democratic country, normally, obviously, people also will expect the facilities from the government, right? People will expect government has to provide sanitary, drinking water facility, basic medication, basic education, right, transportation, right? So proper drinking water facility. Okay, so this kind of facilities they will expect from the government, and at the same time government also provide the same facilities to the people. This is a mutual understanding between the government and people, right? So like that here, government has so many responsibilities. Government has to provide so many facilities to the people in the democratic country. And our country, if you take an example of our country, India, government has provided for us universal adult franchise. As per that, who crossed above 18 years of age, they have a right to vote, and they can elect their leaders as their own choice, right? So like that we are enjoying our democracy in the country, and we are enjoying our fundamental rights, we are enjoying fundamental responsibilities, right? So in that way here, government have different levels, government have different organs, government have different functions, then different types of governments, right? Already types we know, monarchy is there, we learned already, dictatorship is there, democracy is there. Democracy also, just now also I said, democracy means for the people, of the people, by the people, right? Democracy, demos means people, kratia means rule, ruled by the people, right? So like that, here we are enjoying democracy, and at the same time, in our democratic country, in the democracy, we have different organs. Okay, the three major organs we have. One is legislature, and the second one is executive, and the third one is judiciary. So legislature means law making organ of the government, and executive means whatever the legislature provides laws, makes laws, that all the laws implemented by the executive, right? And next, coming to the judiciary. Judiciary is the protective organ. Okay, whatever the laws made by the legislature and implemented by the executive, that laws will be protected by the judiciary. Okay, so these are the major organs of the government. And next, coming to the levels of the government, right? So we have here three levels of government. One is local level, and the second one is state level, and the third one is national level, right? In that, the first one, local level, already we discussed in 6th class, means that is about Panchayati Raj, right? So in that Panchayati Raj, village panchayats, gram samtis, Jilla Parishad, we know already, we learned about that, how Panchayati Raj will work, right, in the different levels. Okay, and next, coming to the state level, right? So today's our lesson is how the state government works. Okay, in our country, how the state government works in a proper way, means the day-to-day functioning of the state government. What are the roles and responsibilities of the government? Who will be work in that state government? Who are MLAs, right? And who will become ministers? How they will be elected? How that MLAs will be elected, and how that MLAs will become ministers, right? That all the things we will discuss in this lesson, right? So children, let me show some slides. That slides shows you a conversation between two girls, school going girls. Okay.
Okay, children. Here, this is the conversation between two girls, school going girls, about their city, district headquarter, Patalpuram. They are discussing, and they are in library now, and they are reading a newspaper. Okay, in that newspaper, about the thing, right? So here we can see first girl, hey, look at this. It says that there is a water shortage in our state and people are falling sick. And another girl, in many villages people were found to be drinking unclean water. Streams have dried up, and so have tanks. In the worst affected areas, villagers have been carrying water across great distances. And next, another girl, first girl. People at the district headquarters Patalpuram receive water supply once in 3 days. The district hospital here is overflowing with patients, a large number of whom are children with acute diarrhea. And on the TV news, they said 10 people have died from diarrhea. Is that possible? Can one really die from it? Another girl, who knows? Just hope I don't get it. And that afternoon, my mother said not to have any iced drinks from the market. She gave one of her lectures this morning. You have to be responsible for your health, Shireen. Ha. And suddenly, stop. Police stopped them on the road. And girl asked, the road is blocked due to the rally. They have geared the MLA's residence. Really? Why? Has he done something? Girl asked. Haha, they seem more angry about what he hasn't done. Police answered. And then next in the meeting, the leader is saying, and we demand that the authorities take immediate action to bring the public health situation under control. Our MLA must take the responsibility for this, he said. And the girls are talking again. What a loud voice he has. He must be a leader or something. Another girl said, shh, I saw him on TV too. He is a member of the opposition. So, children, this is the conversation between the girls. They are discussing about the issues in their town, and that leader also addressing about the problems, whatever the problems they are facing in their town, that Patalpuram. Okay.
So, children, I hope you understand that conversation, right? That two girls are discussing about their district headquarters, town's problems. Okay, that is Patalpuram, and there they are discussing about water scarcity, water shortage in their area, and one more problem is government hospitals are flowing with the patients who are suffering with diarrhea. Okay, mostly children, right? The two burning issues are there, and they are discussing about that. And one more thing is their political leader, that area's political leader is stopped the traffic in that area, and he is giving a speech, right? So like this, till now we heard district collector, medical officer, right? Different officers we heard, but till now we didn't heard MLAs. Okay, MLA means member of legislative assembly. Okay, and they are the representative of the people. They are the representatives of the people. And before I said we have universal adult franchise, and as per that we are getting a right to vote if we crossed 18 years of age, right? So as per that we are casting our vote in the elections. Every 5 years elections will be done, right? In that elections we are casting our votes, and we are electing our representatives as per our choice, right? So in that way here we are electing MLAs. Okay, MLA means member of legislative assembly, and in that here actually every state is divided into different constituencies. So what is constituency? Constituency means a particular area from which the person is nominating, right? So that areas are called as constituencies. So here each and every state will be divided into different constituencies, and that persons will nominate in the elections, and they will get some votes. If they won, they will become MLAs. Okay, member of legislative assemblies. Here majority, ruling party, and opposition. Three words we should know. Okay, so first majority. What is majority? If in that elections more than half of the seats won by a party, that will be called as a majority party, right? And the remaining members will be considered as the opposition. Okay, and who will get majority, that persons have a right to form the government. Okay, so then that party will become a ruling party. Understanding, children? So here we are discussing means the new words constituency, majority, and opposition, and ruling party. 4. Constituency means a particular area from where the person is nominating, right? Means here each and every state will be divided into different constituencies. Okay, and after the elections, who got more than half of the seats in that constituency, right? That party will be majority party, means they won. Okay, and next remaining parties will come under the opposition. Remaining who got less seats, they will come under the opposition party, right? They will, means here opposition have a chance to question the ruling party. Whatever the government is doing, whatever the schemes they are introducing for the people, whatever the welfare programs they are conducting for the people, right? Whatever the projects done by the government, all that, about all that issues, opposition party have a right to ask questions. Opposition members have raised their voice against to the ruling party. If any litigations are there, any problems are there in that, any loopholes are there, right? For about anything, they can raise their voice in the assembly. Okay, so that people will be considered as opposition, right? And next, ruling party here. who are the majority party? Obviously, who got majority in that party will form a government. So obviously that party will be the ruling party, right? So this is the form of the government, how they will form. Okay, and here who formed the government? First they will be the assemblies, MLAs. Okay, they will become members of legislative assembly, and after that, in that some members will become ministers, right? So they will make the rules, they will involve in the government activities, they will produce the schemes, right? So whatever they are doing, whatever they are implementing the laws, whatever they are introducing the schemes, whatever they are conducting the welfare programs about the people, right? For all that things, opposition can raise their voice, opposition can question on them. Whatever the issues are there, if any problems are there, if with that schemes or with that projects, people have to face any problems in their future, like that also they will discuss on that, they will debate on that, and they can raise their voice in the assembly against to the ruling party. Okay, so here ruling party and opposition party both are having some sort of equal importance, because one is implementing the rules and one is questioning on them, right? Continuously they are watching what ruling party is doing, right? Is whether that rules are useful to the people or not, whether their schemes are fruitful to the people or not, right? In that way, continuously one eye is watching the ruling party, that is opposition. Always that credit goes to the opposition party, right? So children, I hope you understand the topic, right? So once again I will give you recap. In that, now we discussed about government and different types of governments, levels of government, organs of government, right? And next in that, state government. Okay, so today's our topic is about the state government. In that state government, first I showed the slides, right? That conversation is between the two girls and they are discussing about their area. Okay, in their area, the problems, burning problems they are discussing. Okay, one is water shortage and the another one is children are suffering with diarrhea, right? So like that, here so many problems are there. So that kind of problems, to whom that problem solve, right? So in that way, here in the state government, first we discussed about the MLAs. Okay, MLA means member of legislative assembly, and we are electing our MLAs from any area. Every state is divided into different constituencies, and one constituency, different persons from different parties they will nominate, right? So we will elect our representatives. So who will win that party more than half of the seats, that party will come under the majority and they will form the government. So obviously they will become the ruling party, right? So the remaining people will go to the opposition, and here they are the continuous observers of the ruling party. Whatever the things are done by the ruling party, continuously opposition people will watch, they will observe, and if any problems are there, if any loopholes are there in that issue, immediately they will raise their voice in the assembly. Okay, they have that choice, they have that option, right? So here like that, ruling party, majority, constituency, right? That points, that topics we discussed. Okay children, we'll meet you in the next module.